Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a review on the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. If you do want to see a review and a demo, please keep watching. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, I did post some pictures on my Instagram about some of the color ranges that they had on the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. They only had the beiges out there. They didn't really have anything for deeper skin tones or medium to tan skin tones. At my CVS, I ended up going to 2 CVS's and I couldn't find anything in anything darker than a dark beige. So for someone like me, if I wanted to purchase something, I would just think, oh, they just have the beiges, they don't have anything for my skin complexion. If I was somebody who was new to Wet n Wild and I didn't know about their website, I would just think that they just don't sell anything for anything darker than a dark medium beige, which I think leaves out a lot of people who wants to try this foundation. So I purchased both of mine online at wetnwild.com and I picked up the shade Caramel and Toffee. I wasn't really sure which shade was going to match me, so I just decided to pick up both. By the way, these foundations do retail for $5.99 at wetnwild.com and at CVS. So I think it's a pretty great price. The thing that bums me about Wet n Wild, about the Photo Focus Foundation, is that they don't carry darker shades, which I really think Wet n Wild should put out more into the market. They shouldn't just have it online only, because I really had a hard time finding my color match, because online it may look like it is right here in the bottle darker. I haven't even swatched them, so I'm just going to do everything live for you guys. I don't even know if these shades are even going to match my skin type, because the shade in the bottle might look different than it is on my skin tone. So enough of me rambling, let's get on to the swatches. Everybody on YouTube loves it. They rave about it a lot. A couple things that I did pick up on wetnwild.com was I picked up this setting spray by Wet n Wild to see how this works. So I've never tried this before. I also ended up picking up their highlighting powder. This is Precious Petals. So I want to see how this works out as well, because again, you know, I'm new to the highlighting trend. I think the package might have gotten a little bit dented. I also picked up this concealer. I picked this up in medium deep tan. I also picked up 2 of the gel lip liners, and this one is Gone Burgundy and the other one is Plum Together. I also picked up a primer online. I wanted to see how this primer would work. I also picked up the pressed powder in Golden Tan. So this primer says it's supposed to refine pores, fills lines, brightens complexion, and even skin tone. So I'm excited to try this out. So of course we're going to remove this little seal here. I'm just going to take a little bit of the primer and just prime my face. I am using my Dr. Jart moisturizer, just so you guys know. I really do like this primer from Wet n Wild. This is a really great primer and it went on smoothly. There wasn't any harsh smell. Go ahead and let's test out these foundations. Let's see which matches. This is what the bottle looks like for the shade Caramel, and this is what the bottle looks like for the shade Toffee. I got it a little bit darker just because I wasn't sure which one would match. This does also come with a little spatula as well, so it's easy application. As always, I'm going to apply the foundation on the back of my hand, like always, to see if it matches. And I'm going to take my damp beauty blender to just bump this into the skin. This is what the shade Caramel looks like on the back of my hand. I feel like it might be a little bit too light. Let's just go and swatch the shade Toffee. Same thing with Toffee, it comes with a small little spatula as well. So I'm going to test out the shade Toffee on my other hand to see how it is. Giving a swatch, and we're just going to blend this out. So I'm not sure if you guys can tell the difference, but on this hand right here I swatched the shade Toffee, and on this hand I swatched the shade Caramel. So I feel like Toffee might be the shade for me. So since I'm not sure how the foundation is going to match on my face, I'm just going to apply a little bit. I'm going to take a little bit and apply it. And then on the other side of my face, I'm just going to apply a little bit of Toffee to see which matches. I'm just going to take my damp beauty blender and just blend this into the skin. I thought Toffee might match my skin tone, but it doesn't match. I feel like Caramel might be the winner. All I can say about this foundation is wow. Look at the coverage. I am super impressed. Let me zoom you guys in so you guys can see. So you guys are zoomed and you guys can see how full coverage this foundation is. I was really not expecting this from a $5.99 foundation. Really impressed that this $5.99 Photo Focus foundation by Wet n Wild really covered up the redness. I'm super surprised. I really wasn't expecting this from a drugstore foundation. So if this foundation covered up my redness, I am super excited to try out this concealer. This is what the concealer looks like. It does have a doe foot applicator. I'm just going to apply this underneath my eyes. Just maybe one swipe. With my damp beauty blender, just blend it in. I'm not too crazy about the concealer. Let me just take a little bit more. Yeah, I'm really not crazy about this concealer. I thought I would be, but the foundation is really where it's at. So now we're just gonna try out this pressed powder compact. Just peel this open. This right here is what the pressed powder looks like in golden tan. And I'm just gonna take my EcoTools full powder brush and just take a little bit on the brush to set the foundation. Now that my foundation is set, I'm gonna be highlighting with the Mega Glow highlighter powder. Gorgeous this highlighter is. Let me just take a little bit and swatch it. Wow, that is super pretty. As I obtained my VIB Rouge status for 2018, Sephora gave me this cute little airbrush. It is this dense little brush that I got. It's super nice and soft at the top. It's like a stippling brush. It's an airbrush, but we're just going to use this brush for highlighting. I have a little bit on my brush and I'm just going to highlight. Like with this highlighter, you don't have to use a lot of product. Just a little bit goes a long way. And it's super pigmented as well. For lips, I picked up 2 gel liners by Wet n Wild. These gel liners you don't have to sharpen, which is really good. It just has a twist up. For lips, I am going to be filling in the lips with the shade Gone Burgundy. I really do like how the look did come out. I am going to be testing out this foundation for an entire day, and I will do a week wear foundation test to see if I like it by the end of the week. I'm pretty sure I am going to fall in love with this foundation because I was super impressed how this foundation went on. At my makeup, I am going to be using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus setting spray, and this is supposed to be all day wear. I'm just going to open this up. Let's see how this setting spray does spray out. Oh, kind of everywhere. Let's see. Okay, that's a little bit better. It's a good setting mist. Well, not really. I don't like how the pump is on the setting mist. You guys can see again. It's just, it shoots out everywhere. I don't like that. I like it to be soft and gentle, but we're just gonna see how this spritz on this face. So on the face, when I did spritz it on my face, it is a gentle, fine mist. It's not gonna squirt out everywhere like it did earlier. I guess I had to get the pump working a little bit. I'm super eager to test out these 2 foundations to see how they perform, and this is the look that I am going to be wearing for work today. I'll be doing a couple of check-ins throughout the day. I will see you guys in a couple of hours. I've worn this foundation for a couple of hours now, and I feel like the foundation is still holding on strong. The only thing that did kind of wear away was the gel lip liner. I'm going to zoom you guys in for a closer look. You guys are zoomed all the way in, and you guys can see that the highlighter is still on my cheeks. I noticed that I am breaking out right here. I don't know if that's caused due to the lip liner or the foundation. I'm not too sure. I would have to test it out and then give you my final thoughts at the end of the week to see what's going on with my skin and why my skin is reacting. I didn't even blot one bit. I am going to blot for my last check-in at the end of the night, guys, in a couple more hours. Hey guys, so it is the end of the night and my foundation lasted throughout the entire day, which I'm super happy with. I'm a little bit oily throughout my cheeks. I think it is the highlighter that's making me look shinier than I normally am on camera, but I'm going to zoom you guys in for a closer look. You guys are up close and personal. I did get a little bit shiny and oily throughout the day, a couple hours after my second check-in with you guys, but let's see how much foundation comes off when I blot with a little tissue. Wait a second. Do you guys see this? There isn't a lot of foundation coming off of the tissue, which is super exciting because I know that the Foundation X by Natasha Denona, a lot of foundation did come off. But for a $5.99 foundation, the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation, look at this. Barely any foundation came off. I'm really super impressed with this foundation so far. Thumbs up. I like this foundation. It's working so far, so good for me. And I will see you guys at the end of the week to see what my final thoughts are. Hey guys, so it's the end of the week of me testing out the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundations, and I really do love them. The only complaint that I do have is that I want Wet n Wild to release darker shades at CVS and Walgreens. Nobody knows that you guys have darker shades. They just think that dark beige is the darkest shade on the market in this foundation. I really do like the Wet n Wild Photo Focus and Concealer. This one is in medium tan deep. I love the highlighter. This was an amazing highlighter. I tested this out all week and it really did give me a subtle glow to my skin, which I really liked. A couple things that I didn't really like was the Wet n Wild Photo Focus powder, the gel liners, the primer, and the setting spray. The day that I set the foundation with the powder, the first day it worked beautifully, but then the second day it didn't really work as well. I noticed that my makeup started to break up and it was due to the powder. So this one I'm not a fan of. Every time I use this primer, a big glop of mess just comes out and I really want a little bit, so I think I just need to squeeze the tube just a little bit and not too hard. I wouldn't be using this because of the fragrance.